All right. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I think I can get this out at 4:20 for y'all. Holy crud. What a fucking fun book. I don't really even understand. Like, I can't believe it wasn't added. We have portals from heaven. We have a guided tour through fucking Middle Earth. It's great. It's great. Follow me into the book of Enoch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I was like sad because it wasn't working. I said God was cursing us. No.
Yeah. Hey, Leif.
Hi.
Jesus, that was giving birth, wasn't it? That's fucking crazy,
dude. It's been the motif, right? It's been the theme, the recurring theme.
Fucking Enoch is not happy,
dude. Yeah, right.
I think Enoch is stoked.
The person, the head of HR in heaven, Enoch, you're talking about right now?
Right.
As we're reading this, he's like, yeah, getting some fucking shine on his name again after some whiles.
Finally, someone gives a fuck. Did you see? There were fucking screens of fire, motherfucker.
I'm cooler than the first book, and I'm cooler than the fucking last book in the Bible. Put some goddamn respect on my name.
Fucking fuck it. Excuse me. That was inappropriate.
That wasn't edifying for the body of Christ.
Yeah, give me the toenail.
Did you see that hate pastor thing I sent you?
What did you email it to me or you text it to me?
Yeah, on TikTok. I just sent it to you on TikTok. Which I understand. I'm horrible. I don't check any of the inboxes.
I don't know how to. I've looked for. No, you told me you were doing that, and so I looked, and I did not see. So apparently, you're not a miracle worker because you did not make me see.
I'm not. No.
Bullshit. I thought I signed up with a miracle worker, Leif.
And I was up till 3:30 working out. So.
Guys with almost no life experience. We love you fuckers. Look, somebody's got to tell you.
Out, yeah.
Someone's got to fucking. Oh, we are. Why?
We should. Because I edit out any business talk we have about the podcast.
Okay, well, let's stop talking about business and talk about guys with beards because they have no other way to fucking prove their masculinity in this toxic fucking pegged right.
There's so many ways you can prove. Yeah. We can keep that one in. We're trying to help people. Dude, fucking being a man's rat. Lift heavy shit. Wake up early. Make your bed every morning. Fucking do all that hard shit.
Don't make your bed.
Why not?
Well, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you don't have to. You're a grown adult. You know that actually making your bed is worse for you because there's this thing about like the skin and your dander and all that shit that's in your bed that's not great. When you make it in the morning, you fucking upend all that shit and you should just let it lie. Let sleeping dogs lie. Like, so if you make it like right before you go to bed, that's the best time to make your bed.
That just sounds like a dude who doesn't like making his bed made that up. You know what I'm saying? Like a scientist that hates making his bed was just like, no, there's dander.
Are you talking to me?
I'm trying to. I thought it was funny. I thought the idea in my head was funny.
That sounds like, yeah. No. Well, it does. I mean, now that you mention it, no, I see what you're saying there.
Right?
But I don't know. But the thing is, I didn't hear that from a dude. I heard it from a mom.
Oh.
You know what, though? That mom is actually certifiable. So maybe she's just entirely full of shit. But I did hear that. Well, what she said was, I told it wrong. No, what she said was something about making your bed in the morning is like problematic for those reasons. And I was like, haha, I make it before I go to bed. Is that better? And I don't know.
Oh man, yeah. For me, I think it's just like ADHD. Like that's why my apartment always looks like this.
But that's not about being a man, though, or being an adult. See, it's not about being a man anymore.
Okay, let's unpack this a little bit. For me, I'm happy when I'm engaged, and not just engaged, but like winning sometimes at things. Getting ahead,
and keeping your apartment clean is winning. That is kind of
because my brain is will disassociate. So it's like, let's say I want to write a song. It's like, you got to do the dishes, and I'll be doing the dishes. And then it's like, I got like a cool melody or a cool lyric. I'm like, I gotta write this down. It's like, no, you gotta go take the garbage out. It's like, I can't have any distractions. Everything's in its place. And then then I'm just happier.
Yeah, no,
and I mean, it's hilarious. We're talking about manlyhood and cleaning your apartment. That's not.
Well, that's the. Are we? So I feel like you're not even allowed to talk about being a man, really anymore.
Yes, fuck that. Who cares?
Yeah. So my point was that beards, the overabundance of beards, is mostly because dudes can grow beards. Look, I'm a man. I can grow a beard. It's like
not all of us have as handsome of a face as yours.
Well, okay, that might be true.
That's makeup for dudes. That's what a beard is.
Okay, well, maybe. Okay, but maybe like a little like a shaping beard might be makeup for dudes, but the fucking Santa beard, like the ZZ Top thing, that looks good on. Well, okay, Dusty Hill died, so that's one less person that looks good on. So you got
Billy.
Mr. Billy Gibbons, and you have Patrick Dawson, the guy who used to work at Hell's Kitchen, who goes around and goes to beard contests and he fucking wins.
Yeah, he's great.
He's got an award-winning beard. Okay,
got an award-winning beard.
I think a lot of people
Shout
think
out 253.
What? Patrick Dawson. What? I think that a lot of dudes think that they have award-winning beards, and really what they have is soup catchers.
I think they're just trying to make lemonade. Like, dude, beards do a lot. It's fucking makeup. Have you seen Keanu Reeves without his beard?
Okay, no.
You should look up.
But and I get, you're totally right. But I'm not talking like. But the giant thing, that's not attractive on anyone. It doesn't matter what what roughed up grill you got stuck with.
What if it was like
my dad? My dad's a perfect example. Okay, my dad has rocked a beard for my entire life. Okay, yeah. And the one time he shaved it, like in the late 80s, early 90s, he was like, I don't know, he was having some fucking crisis in his life, so he shaved his beard. And I looked at him, I'm like, oh, that's what grandma looks like. And he immediately grew it back because he's like, he's got a wonky chin, right? Sure. And like, so that's why he had a beard. And it like, but it wasn't this thing. It wasn't this,
Yeah.
It was just the shaping of the face, like you're saying.
That's
fine. But the part where guys can't let it go and they're like, oh, it's sort of like pills. Where it's like if 2 is good, then 5 is better.
That's exactly. I wasn't going to go
thing
pills.
With beards. Yeah.
It's just like what happens. People keep pushing boundaries, and like then it's got to escalate and escalate.
But at some point, I believe laziness comes into it. Because it's like makeup is an art. That's why there are people who get paid
shit tons,
millions of dollars.
Yeah. To
do makeup on really fancy people, because you can't just do it. You have to or otherwise you look like a fucking porno clown, So you figure if beards are dude makeup, you can't just grow a beard and have it not look like a porno clown or a porno Santa or some like creepy like lumberjack Santa. Like you have to
work at it.
You have to do something with
there's
it.
Oils, there's coat.
Throw it on my face. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about
I'm back at. Have you ever seen? Do you know this comedian Anthony Jeselnik?
Oh, dude, he's great. He's great.
I love him. Right? Have you ever seen him without a beard?
I've never seen him with a beard.
Oh, he has a beard. He's handsome as shit now. He looks like a goddamn model. That's the thing. He's got this beard. It fills out his chin.
He looks fine without a beard.
You should look him up right now, before and after. You should look up Keanu Reeves.
Dude, I've seen Keanu Reeves without a beard. He did okay without the beard.
Not now.
He did okay without the beard.
Not now. Do you saw the new Bill and Ted? That does not look like the Keanu Reeves we all. I'm sorry, Keanu. You're a god. I fucking love you. I'm sorry.
Hey, such a good vibe, man.
He's beyond good. Like I didn't even mean. I'm just saying, with a beard, he's like the most fucking handsome dude there is.
Next to Anthony Jeselnik.
Fucking goddamn good
looking
motherfucker.
I get it. I totally get it. I get it.
Yeah.
And those beards are not the one I'm talking about. Everybody, I mean, any dude who wants a little bit better chin or jawline should grow that beard, but that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the street cleaner, the fucking, like the car wash fucking beard, It's like,
the hipster brewery tour beard.
Like, what in the fuck? What in the actual, and you get these you get these people who are otherwise physically whatever. Fuck it. I'm not going to diss people. I'm not trying to diss people. I'm just like, that's not helping,
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see pre-beard photos to really make to get a discussion.
Well,
but I see where you go with this, and
I think I could show you photos of dudes with beards who think that the beard is taking care of everything. They're not taking care of themselves anywhere, and they've got this giant beard. They're like, look, but I got a beard. I'm being an asshole.
You know what?
Like
but you know what's killer
right?
though? You know what I have?
What?
I have one of those. It's a little mouth. It's called the Jawzercise, and it's a little plastic thing you put in your mouth, and it like works out your jaw.
Yeah,
for taking punches and shit.
Gum will do that.
Yeah, I'm not a gum guy.
That's not what I heard.
So that's the thing about everyone wants to put up rules on everyone these days. It's like, no, you can do whatever you want in this life, man. You can work all day. You can do have you ever done like 500 push-ups in a day or 500 squats in a day? Like, what? It's fucking hard. And afterwards, if you can do it, you feel awesome. I don't know, whatever fucking goal you want to achieve. I know. I was trying to like bring it back for the men. I felt like you went hard on the beards, and I was trying to help.
I felt like I felt like I sort of excused it by saying what an asshole I feel like talking like that.
Yeah, I was already into it.
Okay, well, let me put a button on it. At least in my defense, I feel like there's no place. Well, no, I do feel like. Well, I mean,
okay.
if you feel like you have to go on that tirade to smooth out what I said, then I should try and smooth out what I said a little bit too. It seems like society, like the world we live in, has almost no chance, no opportunities for people who want to feel like they're on the Wild West or they're doing like fucking man's work. To do that, I don't know. Like not in the city.
I just don't.
Not in the city. Who goes crab fishing anymore? Who goes out and goes logging? Who goes out and works on an oil rig or drives a truck? It's like, who does this shit?
I'm swinging hammers all the time.
Yeah, we're talking about guys who are like 10 or 15 or 20 years younger than you.
Oh, okay. I think it's a build. Just choose your own adventure life, man. Maybe we can get these guys into it. You know what we start doing is we start going to like places that need it and building homes.
Okay.
Oh, check this out. We get a Let's Get High and Read the Bible missions trip where we go to impoverished places and show up and like pour a foundation, throw up the walls, put in the electrical, get all that shit in there. And at the end of it,
we're gonna finish them, right? Though we're gonna finish them. It's like Leif's in charge. We're not finishing shit.
It's the opposite. That's my childhood. I left that in that trauma bag back there.
Oh no! Not only are they getting finished, they're getting finished right.
Yeah, motherfucker.
And no one's breaking their fucking back either.
No
tears.
No, we're trying to be heroes. We're talking about sustainability. It's a marathon, folks. It's a fucking marathon.
I'm thinking that'd be rad. I'm a good lieutenant on a work site. I'm just not I can't call the shots, but I can fucking nail the shit out of shit. And I've done roofing. I've fucking roofed.
Yeah, dog.
And you know what?
Man work.
Fuck roofing.
Fuck roofing.
Fuck
That's just
ripping.
hard.
Fucking man's work.
It's hard.
I don't want to do that. It's like, I don't want to work there. It's a Dick Rossetti song.
What
Selling shoes at the mall is a sweet gig for a junior college chick, but I don't want to work there.
No, man, I've been studying the Bible like crazy. I've been preparing these the Gospels, which luckily I have more time to prepare because we have a lot of Enoch left. But it's startling, man. I've never read them this way.
That's cool. I'm super stoked to do it.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of clips. Page 42, my friend.
That's where we were?
Yeah.
Section what?
Let me look. Is this 20?
Oh, no, I got it. 42. Great.
Yeah, it's like right at the end. That's where we finished.
So we're at section 4, chapter 17?
I think so. I don't have it up. Let me.
No, that's flaming. No, that's where oh. And they took me to a place where there were images like flaming fucking fire.
I don't understand why this book has not got more respect on it. I don't understand.
I'm totally getting Enoch tattooed on my knuckle.
Dude.
Dude, I'm so into it.
It's so good. Yeah, so that was 42 then? No.
Chapter 21. And I went to a place where not one thing took place. Well, that sounds really exciting.
Yeah, and he said to me, this is the prison of the angels.
Oh, and here they are held to eternity. Fucking
badass.
That's fucking amazing.
And you're like,
so even if you fucking ascend, okay, fucking riddle me this, motherfucker. So you're saying that even if you want to be amazing and end up in heaven and work your way up the fucking ladder to be an angel, you can still get fucked and end up in prison getting fucked for eternity.
Like Superman style, it seems, right? Like, yeah. But, okay, but if I was thinking about this in the shower this week too, but Lucifer is the same fucking thing, right? Because like he was an angel.
But shit happens where he is. At least like where he is, shit happens.
Well, technically, he is here wreaking havoc, according to Christians. He's all bad.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, so he's freed, and then God's gonna, we read about that. But like, it's the same thing. He's an angel that tries to ascend to the throne of God, gets cast down. So it's like, I guess it's a popular fucking theme, right?
Trying to ascend.
Or angels going to fucking prison.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. Your boy, the Instagram guy, I like him.
Adam?
Yeah.
He just texted me right now. Let's see what he's.
No, the guy who.
Oh, Dan.
Dan.
Data over dogma. By the way, hi Adam from Hi Friends. We love you. He's the shit.
I heard him like I love his things where he's like, okay, well, let's unpack that.
Yeah, he
did Jordan Peterson.
Dude, he has ruined Jordan Peterson's biblical shit for me totally. Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah. Well, and I'm not. Everyone hates Jordan Peterson, and when I listen to clips of him, I understand.
I don't hate Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I actually liked. Well, I haven't. I read one book a long time ago. It was fantastic. That's all.
He is a fucking trippy dude, though. Like his infatuation with his like. I watched a documentary on that guy. I mean, his own, obviously, but it's like, he I don't love him, but it's like super interesting. Like, what exactly? I mean, a lot of what he says is, I don't know, whatever.
No, dude, I used to, because growing up not being allowed to go to school kind of became like the coolest thing in the world to me. So like once I found out you could watch lectures on YouTube, it's just like, so I love like old Harvard Jordan Peterson where he's wearing a jacket that's so big it looks like it's his dad's coat, and it's like a bad houndstooth. He's dressed awful. He's dropping all these like crazy Jungian like fucking truth bombs, and like I liked the psychological angle of the Bible, although it's really easily discredited, especially by Dan, and stuff. They didn't have psychology back then, so like. I don't know what's happened with Jordan Peterson. He seemed like I'm holding out for him. I think he's gonna be great, but
Well, I think he was great, and I don't know how long you can be that guy. I don't know how long you can. I don't know. It's like there's only so much truth to spout. It's like you gotta eventually you're just saying the same thing over and over again.
spouted that shit that Jordan Peterson says for like a year, called the meek shall inherit the earth. Because he was essentially saying there was a slang from back then in Mesopotamia that a meek person was he who had a large sheathed
Wait,
sword.
that wasn't even yours? That's not true?
No,
now?
I always quoted Peterson on that. That's all from him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. No.
And that's not true? Is that not true?
Not according to Dan, no. I know.
Are you kidding me?
It literally does mean meek person, basically like a nice
Dude, I told people that shit.
Me too.
Well, I told them because of you.
I'm sorry.
Back. What do we got this fucking bell for? It's not figurative.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my.
You want to go even heavier too, which I've been figuring out.
All right.
Because I've been doing these. I keep doing these great courses on the Bible because I'm trying to find like different points of views about it. So I'm not in an echo chamber. And one of them is this guy saying, if you try to take any of these Bible stories from a psychological angle, you're instantly erring because the people that wrote these books had no idea about psychology. It wasn't, and the science of psychology is a new thing. So they wouldn't have understood that perspective to be able to write from that angle. So like anytime I'm trying to take the Bible and be like, well, maybe it's trying to represent, that's probably.
Yeah, there's no figurative shit going on. It's all like I've been saying, it's fucking literal, Nemo. Speaking of literal, have you watched Ancient?
Yes. Apocalypses. Yes.
Dude.
Yeah. No.
Did you watch the Graham and Russell, Duncan Trussell on Jerry? No, it's not Duncan Trussell. It's is he? Wait, no, Russell.
Oh, Graham Hancock and
Russell. Is it Russell? I'm so sorry.
I don't know. No, I didn't. But like that show is everything Graham Hancock's been saying forever in a nice, easy to digest and see.
Well, what's funny, what's amazing for him is that. So I read that Fingerprints of the Gods in 1990, like not very long after it came out in the later.
So you're an OG.
Yeah, for sure. But then at that point, he was thinking that there was some sort of Platonic shift that had moved. He didn't have it down yet. What he didn't have was the younger Dryas.
Yeah.
I always say Dreyfus because I like Richard Dreyfuss so much.
Julia Louise.
Yeah. What am I looking for? Oh, I know what I'm looking for.
Randall Carlson.
Randall Carlson.
Yeah.
Hi, Randall. The other Randall.
Hi, Randall.
I was going to say, Randall, maybe you should start fact checking for us so we can. Yeah, he still had a couple missing pieces to his puzzle. That Randall Carlson's work with the meteors and the
that's where they always hang out then, huh?
Yeah, has totally filled in the blanks. And
the Lennon McCartney of Apocalypse
kind of
research.
Well, of ancient, like the technology and but it's so cool because like that Pee Wee Reese map that he talks about all the time, that's in the that's in his first book, but he doesn't say anything about. It looks like the Bahamas are filled in. There's an island off the coast of northern, like off of Florida. It's always been there on that map, but during his first book, he doesn't mention it. That there's this island that looks like the Bahamas, the Bimini Road thing, and it's pretty cool that like now he's got like some. It's all come together like fucking 30 years later that he's got like.
Totally.
Dialing it all in, and
and
now it's like now it's number 2 on Netflix. which means he'll get to do another season, which is fucking amazing. So
Dude,
cool.
And you know what was fascinating to me was that so many of those cultures have the flood myth and giants.
You know,
You notice that?
all of them,
like all of them.
Yeah.
Like what?
But you know, and so what this like this you know, yeah, what does that mean for our Bible?
Well, I mean, maybe it does go back to what we were saying as we're struggling through this shit, just reading it, trying to figure out pieces together. Like, maybe you can't take it psychologically. Maybe you can't take these as. Maybe it is essentially a history lesson.
Yeah, yeah, or but also
Right.
the Christ one though. There's like that's a like the Old Testament. I don't know. I don't know what it does, but like it definitely pushes the timeline back. If there was a, you know,
I
like
wanted to hear the Christ thing you were gonna say.
well, I don't even know. I don't even have that
I
worked
cannot
out yet.
wait.
It's like
You will soon, and it's
What?
fucked. Well, because the Gospels are the stories of Christ. So
no, I just mean no. I mean I haven't processed if there was a civilization
okay,
that seeded our civilization after the last ice age, after this after the younger drier Dryas,
yeah,
after the meteor,
yeah.
you know, if there was a, so they're talking, you know, thousands of years before that was a civilization big enough, smart enough to build these pyramids and have all this, you know, technology or whatever. So what does that do with the, like, what does that do with the Bible? What does that do? Like, I haven't even processed what that means for, okay. Like I'm you can barely, cause we don't have, there's no, there's nothing solid, you know, it's like, and this, you know, this 8 episodes that he's got, he doesn't have an answer at the end. It's just we need more. But you remember, I don't know if you remember when, and I can never say this right. Gobli, what is it?
Göbekli Tepe.
Gobekli.
I've messed up now.
Yeah.
Göbekli Tepe.
Gobekli Tepe. Gobekli Tepe. Is that what it is?
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. But that one, like I remember when that first was unearthed, like when he was writing his book, that was just like there were barely any of it excavated. And now they've like not only got a bunch of that excavated, they've found other, you know, it's like, so, oh, dude, I don't know.
Well, I know
we should read the Bible.
I can tell you this. Well, this fits because this is, you know, the prequel of the flood, right? It's the same thing. This is.
I just hope that I hope we live long enough to find the answer.
Well,
because people are going to get the answer. It's going to happen.
Well, here's yeah, and here's the thing too about the Bible is there's new discoveries constantly. All you need is a tomb of a monk that got buried with some scroll. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, boom! Like the Dead Sea Scrolls are recent.
Dude,
you know,
T-shirt idea, trademark. Got scroll. I said it.
We're marking it over here, folks. But yeah, but with this, before we jump into it, if that is the case, that there is like the Earth is actually incredibly old, that there were civilizations that were advanced before us, yeah, I think the Bible, I think it's unfortunate, and humans should stand up and take notice because we're following a fucking desert god, like we're following a brutal, like, you know, like. Maybe we all need to start doing hot yoga instead.
Dude,
the
whole idea that there's this one dude who was the son of the one God, and it was like, you know, 2,000 years ago. I'm like, I mean, it's a nice story.
Yeah, and
I'm not like,
Jesus is a complicated figure too, because like, yeah, the books about him don't line up too much. They do in a lot of ways, very solid ways, and they are the earliest that we have, and I think they're great. But the figure of Jesus between them is kind of different.
See, I think you're gonna have a hard time. I think this Graham Hancock. I think he could fucking roll out with definitive proof
Yeah.
that there was this
Yeah.
there was this other race that
Yeah.
like that preceded us by 20,000 years, like
Yeah.
fucking definitive, like it says right on wooden tablet. We were here, mother, like
But
like
do you think that will matter to any of the fundamentalists?
that was my point. Is that I think he could
I don't
do
think it
that,
will.
and then and the people who are super religious won't give a shit.
I agree.
Won't fucking budge. And it's
I
like,
totally
oh my
agree.
God, because the world is so full of sheep that they're fucking look, I don't want to be a shepherd. I don't want to be a fucking wolf. I don't want to be a lion.
Preach.
I want to be told what to think. So
Life's
fuck you
scary.
and fuck your reality. Yeah.
Dude, and in all honesty,
Because you're right, dude. Life is scary.
life's fucking scary, dog.
I'd
You
like to
have
just keep my head down, maybe do my work as an accountant.
Or and maybe it could be worse. Maybe you have a good motive and you have a pure motive. You want to help people and do good. And I forgot where I was going with this because you made me laugh. So we should get back to let's read Enoch, huh?
just
hard stuff. Fucking bazooka that shit. Blow that up. Let's go over here.
So my tree guy in the backyard, he would call that a hard reset.
Hard. That's exactly what it was.
Okay, fucking Enoch, motherfuckers. Post hard reset. Chapter 22, section 5, chapter 22. And from here, I went to another place, and there was a place where I remembered my thoughts. And here I went to another place, and he showed me in the west a great and high mountain chain, and hard rocks, and 4 beautiful places. And beneath them there were places deep and broad and entirely smooth.
Sorry.
Keep it down over there, man.
Forgive me.
Entirely smooth as if a thing were rolled, and deep and dark to look at. And this time Raphael, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered and said to me, "These beautiful places are intended for this, that upon them may be assembled the spirits, the souls of the dead, and for they have been created, that here all the souls of the sons of men might be assembled. These places have been made their dwellings till the day of their judgment, and to their fixed period. And this period is long, till the great judgment will come over them. And I saw the spirits of the children of men who had died, and their voices reached up to heaven and lamented. And I saw the spirits of the children of men. I saw the spirits of children of men.
Babies.
Well, children.
Babies.
Like, so the men's spirits remain young people. I saw the spirits of children. I saw the spirits of the children of men. Oh, so children who had died.
That's what I was taking.
And their voices. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
You can keep going. I'm a Bible hobbit.
At that time, I asked the angel Raphael, who was with me, and said to him, "Whose soul is that one whose voice thus reaches to heaven and laments?" And he answered, said to me, saying, "This is the spirit that proceeded from Abel, whom his brother Cain slew, and it laments on his account till his seed be destroyed from the face of the earth, and his seed disappear from among the seed of men. Look, he fucking killed me, and I want you to smite that fucker for good, and everybody you ever fucking met and everybody you ever gonna meet." Can you imagine the little fucking soldier? "I don't fucking care. Kill them all."
Before they even, it's in this other world too, right? Before they even get here.
No. That's because Cain and Abel are, well, Cain's dead, or Abel's dead.
I
but
think
Cain's,
they're in this place. This vision is all taking in that smooth with big hills with 4 places.
okay. But this is before reality, you think? Before timeline has started?
So I'm taking it.
Oh, I
But
don't think so.
you can't. I can't buy.
Leif. It couldn't possibly be.
Here's the thing: the Bible Hub does not work with the apocryphal books. So
Oh fuck. Okay.
I can't look up
No, I'm like,
we'll learn how to read the languages eventually.
this seems like this is in real time. Like these are the things that, you know, like God has toiled with in a daily on a daily basis. Like he's healing. He's still fucking hearing Abel's fucking tiny little fucking boy spirit bitching at him to fucking smite Cain and his whole line. I don't care. His great grandson's still alive. I want you to fuck that kid.
Some fucking North Korea shit.
Seriously, this is fucking great. Or what's the hats and the McCoys? Hatfields and the McCoys.
I don't know that reference.
That's like never mind. It's old school Southern feud. Among the seed of men, and at that time I therefore asked concerning him and concerning the judgment of all, and said, why is one separated from the other? And he answered and said to me, these 3 apartments are made in order to separate the souls of the dead. And thus are the souls of the just separated. There is a spring of water, above it light. And thus also is one such apartment made for the sinners when they die, and are buried in the earth without a judgment having been passed upon them during their lives. Here their souls are separated in this great affliction until the great day of judgment and punishment and affliction upon the revilers to eternity, and the vengeance for their souls, and here he binds them to eternity. Fuck, that sounds harsh.
Dude.
So the sinners, dude, you're fucked.
Dude, this is
it's purgatory. Purgatory. You're waiting for judgment, right? You're like in the fucking waiting room. You know what it is? It's the motherfucking divine DMV. It's just sitting there. You've got 10,501,000, and they're on number 48.
Just poking people in the balls, fucking flamethrowers.
No, it's like the seats you're sitting on periodically just give you a shock. for
every time you jerked off
for 80 millennia. Yeah, have fun, folks.
Dude, see how it's getting apocalyptic, this book, right? Like, I bet you
dude, you were the one that fucking told me that apocalypse is a writing style, and this is like he's just going through the list of what dude says. He's not saying, and the flames will eat your soul. They're just saying, no.
I bet we get a tour of hell pretty soon. I haven't read ahead, right?
You bet.
I haven't read ahead.
I know.
I'm studying the Gospels. I'm not studying this shit. I'm excited coming to this, right?
All right, stop yelling. Let's go. Get back in the car, dude.
Sorry, Dad.
Dude, we're on the freeway. Get back in the car. That was a good one, huh?
That was for us. I don't give a fuck. You guys can all wait in silence while my life is good.
Dude, get back in the car. Why are you yelling?
Never true words were spoken. It's the best analogy of all time.
Okay, stop. I gotta read. I can't read with my fucking cheeks pinned. I'm trying. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. Keep it together here, people.
Okay.
It's not fun,
what verse are we at again?
Oh, Jesus. And he answered me saying, the spirit preceded Abel, apartment, great affliction, binds him to eternity. We're at 12.
12. Beautiful.
And if it was before eternity, then this apartment has been made for the souls of those who lament and those who reveal their destruction when they were killed in the days of the sinners. And thus it has been created for the souls of men who were not just, but sinners, who were complete in their crimes, and they will be with criminals like themselves, but their souls will not be killed on the day of judgment and will not be taken from here. At that time, I blessed the Lord of glory and said, Blessed is my Lord, the Lord of glory and of justice, who rules all things to eternity. So those people are extra fucked, right?
Dude, this is like big business, man.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
this-
giving you the whole
The prison industrial complex.
Yeah.
For this is like, did you watch that show Loki?
No.
It's fucking great, to be honest.
Is it?
Yeah, I got
I'm a big
kids.
fan of that guy. Oh, you got
You'd
kids?
love it then.
I gotta pee so bad.
Go do it. I'll load up a bowl.
All right, hold on. Fucking sweet. He answered. He said to me, saying, "This is the spirit that." Oh, we're already past that though.
Wait,
eternity.
can you give me
after it's eternity? Fuck, we're so fucking fucked up, man.
This thing is fucking rad.
Dude, it's like what you want the Bible to be. I just want some fucking answers. Okay, so fucking angels are fucked too because they lust after women. Because women are fucking dope.
They're even
women are
like
fucking
women.
titty. Dude, yes. And from there, I went to another place towards the west, to the ends of the earth, and I saw a flaming fire which ran without resting.
What?
And did not cease from its course day or night, but continued regularly. And I asked, saying, What is that which has no rest? And that time answered
What? It's a different one. What?
Yeah,
it was. What was
that a
it?
different
You?
name?
There was
Yeah,
you.
Raguel?
What was it? You. There was
Raguel?
Ragu.
Yeah, the
Ragu. Yeah, that's a
Wait
different
minute,
name.
what the fuck? Is that a different name?
Yeah, that's a different name. It's Rufiel or something, right? It's Rufiel or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an F. It was Rufiel.
Yeah,
now it's Raguel.
That sounds
Oh,
right.
yeah,
That sounds right.
Raguel. Raul. Let's just call him Raguel. Raguel. Flaming fire, Raguel, one of the holy angels who was with me, and said to me, That motherfucking burning fire which thou see running towards the west is the fire of all the luminaries in heaven. And from there I went, wait, that's it? God, right when we were saying they give you all the answers, they fuck you. They left my fries
Why
out.
are they cold? Why are they cold?
And from there I went to another place of the earth, and he showed me a mountain chain of fire which flamed day and night. And I went towards it and saw 7 magnificent mountains, each one different from the other, and magnificent and beautiful rocks, everything magnificent and fine in appearance, and of beautiful surface. 3 towards the east, one founded upon the other, and 3 towards the south, one founded upon the other. And ravines deep and winding, not one joining the other. And the 7th hill was between these, and in the heights there were all the seats of a throne, and surrounded with fragrant trees. And among them was a tree such as I had never smelt before, neither among these nor among others. Nor was there a fragrance like its leaves and buds and wood do not wither in eternity. Its fruit is beautiful, like the fruit of the vine and the palm tree. And at the time I said, Behold, this is a beautiful tree, and beautiful to look at, and its leaves are fair, and its fruit very pleasant to the eye. At that time answered Michael, one of the holy honored angels who was with me, was over them, i.e. the trees. And he said to me, Enoch, what dost thou ask me concerning the fragrance of this tree, and does seek? Then I, Enoch, answered him, saying, Concerning all things I desire to know, but especially concerning, I want to know everything, but what's the fuck with this tree, man? And he answered me, saying, The high mountains which thou hast seen, whose summit is like the throne of God, is the throne where the holy and great God of glory, the eternal King, will sit when he shall descend to visit the earth with goodness. Whoa. So when God comes down, here's where he's going to perch his fucking deitized ass.
Oh,
Apparently God's
that's a
coming,
big
Leif.
deal. Yeah, he'll be right back.
But he's got a couple. No, this doesn't say it was here, but no, don't fucking bring Jesus into this. This is before. This is like Enoch, man. This is not. Fuck you and your fucking JC. Don't fucking bring that guy. What about Jesus? Did you say Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its?
I love Cheez-Its. Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna. I mean, that would be disrespectful to put Cheez-Its on the throne.
Pretty fucking cool place. It's also weird, like. Sounds like a pretty cool place.
Well, and so let's back up here just a second because it sounds like he's hanging out with a posse.
At least one.
Glorified angels, right? Two, because at the time he's with Raul, who was with me.
And then Michael just randomly appears. Let's see.
At the time, Raul, one of the holy angels who was with me, one of them. So there's a whole posse of them. And then he says, Michael.
Right.
Do fragrant trees among them.
It's down at
fruit trees. Doth behold, was there's a. It's at the end of. Oh, at that time answered Michael, one of the holy and honored angels. So he's holy and honored, and Raul is just
good on pasta.
Holy. Yeah, crazy. Okay.
These dad jokes are falling flat.
Yeah. And so I answered. So this is this is the motherfucking seat where God's gonna sit, motherfucker. Don't betrod on it.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, it says, and he answered me, this high mountain which thou hast seen, whose summit is like the throne of God, is the throne where the holy and great God of glory, the eternal fucking King, will sit when he shall descend to the earth with goodness. Oh, and this tree of beautiful fragrance cannot be touched by any flesh until the time of the great judgment, when all things will be atoned for and consummated for eternity. This will be given to the just and humble. From its fruits, life will be given to the chosen. It will be planted towards the north in a holy place towards the house of the Lord, the eternal King. It's interesting, like in that that show we're watching, the Ancient Apocalypse, all of those old temples, all of the Göbekli Tepe, they're all pinned north. They're all situated.
They're all at least astrologically aligned. At least, even the ones in the third episode, they have a bunch at the top of this mountain and mall.
All he has to do is fucking talk about the Sirius, the dog star,
right?
And I'm gonna fucking shit
man, that would be cool. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. Eternal King, from its fruits will be placed to the north. It's so strange that he uses like physical direction.
Well, I mean, remember Genesis 1 when
like,
he says he gives the stars for marking of seasons and dates and times, So it's like,
yeah, but that's time. That's not space, and they're giving north is
direction.
Space. You know what I mean? It's not. Well, it's not time.
Yeah,
it's direction, exactly. Like it's and you only know north if you're talking about the stars. In fucking 6,000 BC or whatever it was.
I think it was 500. They believe. Fuck, I fucked it up. I think it's 3. Let me look it up now. I feel like a dick. Well, we know when we get our earliest copy of it.
They don't know.
But yes, you are right, Reverend Redding. We don't. Don't condescend me, man.
Oh, from its fruits. It will be planted towards the north in a holy place towards the house of the Lord's, the eternal King. Then they will rejoice and be glad in the Holy One. They will let its fragrance enter their members and live a long life upon the earth as thy fathers lived. and in their days no sorrow or sickness or trouble or affliction will touch them. Then I blessed the Lord of glory, the eternal King, because he had prepared such for the just men and had created such, and said he would give it to them. So I'm with you. Okay, you know what this, okay, now it's starting to remind me of an apocalypse, but not in the writing style, but in the fact that it's one dude. But where this differs from the apocalypse is that we don't know who the fuck John is. John's never mentioned previously or post or afterwards to that, that spiel he throws out. But we know exactly who Enoch is, and Enoch is cross-referenced in the Old Testament.
Yeah, but
In the
he
Old
might
Testament.
be a totally made up
So
figure,
it's like,
It's
totally possible, but we know, but he is a figure. John is like a mystery. Like John could have been anybody.
I mean,
or at least that's all I'm saying.
It's true. It's true. But there is, think about how, again, a lot of these books don't win out over time through like means of ridiculousness. They're just better stories, better written, make the point better, but there's going to be something weird in here. Well, there already is 450-foot tall giants. What am I talking about? That's why it's not in the book.
There's going to be something weird in here that what?
The books that don't get included in the Bible are like, there's either complete contradictions to the theology. Like some of them are like God was like, Jesus, was fully man. And some of them, Mary Magdalene, you're not supposed to obey the governing authorities or have anyone above you. So if they contradict the norm, they would lose out in that way too. So,
well, yeah, but also this one, this is no, I don't know, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to chew on it because it's like, it's such a good story. It reads so much better. It's so much more fun already.
I'm thinking that maybe that's the problem. It's like it's not vague enough. It doesn't lend itself for malleability. It's like, oh well, I can mold these words into whatever I want, or it's like the powers that be were like, well, we can't they can't put this in the fucking thing. This is too much. It's like Tom Petty was like, when I wrote "Won't Back Down," I thought I might have said it a little too clearly. It's like this has got all there. It's like the angels are fucked. We're fucked. There's giants and they fucking, I don't know. It's like,
yeah.
It just, and the part where the angels are fucked.
That's pretty weird.
Like, yeah.
I've been thinking about it a lot.
Yeah. And the screens of fire and like, I'm into it.
This is so far maybe my favorite fucking book I've ever read. Maybe still Mary Magdalene because of the message, but at least like, this is like.
The problem with Mary Magdalene is so short. Like if that was, I'll bet you that would be the
me, man. Isn't that weird?
It was like 4 sentences, dude.
Yeah. Well, we don't have much.
That's not even a gospel. That's a tragedy. Like the fact that we have, it's such a tease. Like, oh my God. Like, so is that really all there is? Or I bet you the Catholic Church has the rest of it.
Possibly. They're not going to ever let it out.
Fuck no.
No way.
No.
And there's a lot of this kind of travesty that I have not been able to take. I took Dan's class on L.
Oh, how'd that go?
It's so fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
I had to like take notes, and there's so much terminology and shit that I had to look up. I'm going to listen to it a couple times because it's like,
yeah.
But he has like images of the first, like of L and and he actually won't say Yahweh, because in antiquity Jews wouldn't say it. It's like you're not allowed to say that word. It's just a bunch of consonants. I think vowels. Fuck, this weed is good. Anyway, so he says Adonai.
Hey, what kind of weed is that?
This weed right here. Oh, this is magic medicine marijuana.
Yeah, I've heard they make a fine bubblicious cushious.
Dude, I'm fucking on the moon. It's.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear
it. Yeah, but like,
is that a sativa or an indica?
To be honest, it's a lot. I don't know because it came in the baby Stewie head trash bag, but it was like,
I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, it was It was like a ridiculously
Oh,
oversized
you didn't
football.
get a pack.
I got
It wasn't a sanctioned. It wasn't a legitimately.
No, he didn't package it up for us.
Right.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
You got the Costco bag.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, let's move on.
We got a safe.
Give it a bell. Eternal King, blessed his ass, atoned, astonished. The amount of rock and roll. Let's see, where were we? 26.
26.
And from here, I went to the middle of the fucking earth, and I saw a place blessed and fruitful. What? Not surprising. Middle Earthers.
Middle Earth people are having a good day right now.
Mark Wolford, get on board, you flat Earth motherfucker. Hey, I got a question for you, Mark Wolford. If the Earth is flat, then where are the fucking people in the Middle Earth living, motherfucker?
Ooh.
Huh?
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah, thanks. Wolfie. And from here, I went to the middle of the fucking earth and saw a place blessed and fruitful, where there were branches which rooted in and sprouted out of a tree that was cut.
Is this fucking Avatar?
There were branches which rooted in and sprouted out of a tree that was cut. And here I saw a holy mountain, and beneath the mountain toward the east, water which flowed toward the south. And I saw towards the east another mountain of the same height, and between them a deep valley, but not broad. Therein also water flowed along the mountain. And towards the west of this was another mountain, lower than the former, not high, and below, between them, a valley, and other deep and sterile valley were at the end of the three. And all the valleys were deep and not broad, of hard rock, and trees were planted upon them. And I was astonished on account of the rocks, and was astonished on account of the valley, and was very much, wait for it, astonished.
It makes sense if there's a bunch of fucking, if the Green Valley is in the middle of the fucking earth, you go down there and it's like vegetation.
Yeah. Well, also they 3 times. Say it 3 times.
I forgot what it's called.
Truth,
it's a massive.
The whole truth and nothing but the
truth.
No, it's like they did that a lot. To say things 3 times, it means you really mean them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Some ancient shit. I don't know. Chapter 27. Then I said, fuck, I'm in the center of the fucking earth. How do I get out of here? Then I said, for what purpose is this blessed land, which is eternally filled with trees, and this cursed valley between them? Then answered Uriel, one of the holy angels,
there we go.
Yeah, who was with me, and said to me, this cursed valley is for those who will be cursed to eternity, and here will be assembled all those who have spoken with their mouths unseemly words against fuck you, God, and insolently of his glory. Here they will be assembled. What are you going to do? That ship sailed. If this is real, come on. Let's be honest.
I was probably on that cult tour, if we're going to be honest.
You know what I mean? Fire. Yeah, this cursed valley. This cursed valley is for those who will be cursed to eternity, and here will be assembled all those who have spoken with their mouths unseemly words against God, and speak insolently of his glory. Here they will be assembled. Here will be their judgment. And in the latter days there will be the spectacle of a just judgment upon them in the presence of the just in eternity forever.
Wow.
For this reason, they who have found mercy will bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. Don't talk shit.
It's the fucking don't talk shit.
Apparently, the lesson here, ladies and gentlemen, Don't talk
censorship.
Yeah. Immediately and eternally. Yeah.
Hold your fucking tongue.
Dude. Well, the problem is he can read your mind too. Can he? I mean, so what?
Dude, it's funny you bring this up because like this is how I grew up. So like if I was driving in the car and that Alice in Chains song comes on where it's like deny your maker, I would turn the channel when Jesus Christ would come on, and I would turn it back when I knew that word was passed. Right. You're not even allowed to think it. You're not even, that's why goddamn. Like when I first joined Vendetta Red, Zach, he's fucking hilarious. He uses it for everything. He's like, could you hand me the goddamn? The goddamn over there. Oh shit, where is it? The goddamn. You know what I'm talking about, right? The goddamn.
And it was for you.
No, it's just like a part of his nomenclature. It's just like part of his vocabulary, But like for me, it was like.
And so, we should talk about that also. Did you find out that that is also not part of the, like, you can still go to hell for, you said take the Lord's name in vain means don't start a war in God's name?
That's another fun point. So I think this book is really interesting. And if I'm going to take it that way, that's just from an emotional standpoint of my opinion,
Wait, what?
Yeah. Because like, I'm sure I've picked it up from someone along the way from listening to some scholar or something, but like,
but it wasn't
I don't
in the
think,
Bible?
Well, I mean, this is kind of all I do is like, I'm at the gym listening to the Bible, or I listened to the Gospels twice this week.
Well, apparently, yeah, but you said that you told me.
Yeah. So point being is like, I don't know the context of, what was the one you're asking? Because I'm so high.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, it's the second commandment. So when you grow up with something very different, but which is just don't say that fucking word, right? You can't say that word rudely. You can't say it. Like I wasn't allowed to say gosh because it was too close to God.
And God can't tell the difference. He's hard of hearing. He's old. He's really old. What do you say? Say God damn. I'll fucking smite you little shit stick.
Yeah, right. And so as I was doing this throughout my life, never cursing, at one point my life started sucking. And then John Goodmanson, that amazing producer, we're making a record with him. He goes, "Why don't you curse?" And I had to sit there and be like, eh. So I gave this long explanation. Now I started thinking about it. And as I was approaching the Bible in that later period of life, realizing that like the words you say that come out of your mouth don't fucking matter at all. And like, for me, I love cursing because that's how I feel about everything all the time. I started taking that verse that way because I started seeing evil in the people that like spend all their time not saying bad words. They might look good in the community. They might look good at Blockbuster or whatever, but they're the ones doing the bullshit. And so it's like, for me, that verse, I started being like, that's the only way I can.
So I should disregard anything as a truth?
Well, no, this is what you should do. If I say something, like for instance, there's errors in the Bible, I can prove that to you. I can open up the Bible and I can prove that to you.
Right.
When we talk about dates and times, we can kind of prove that, right? Obviously, it's a little bit rough.
You can't prove dates and times.
Well, we know when we have the earliest copy of the New Testament.
That by no means is when it was written.
No, that's our earliest copy of the New Testament, and if they don't say that's when it was written. That's just here. Right. We know that it was in circulation in 125.
By then, sure.
Yeah. So of that shit, but everything else we're saying.
Bring it. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Everything else we're saying. That's why I don't mind fucking around with it and being like, no, this was a fucking TV, or no, this was because unfortunately it's lost to us. So what can we do? We can chew on it, think about it, look at it from every fucking angle. That's all I think. So when the only problem is with the Jordan Peterson stuff, we were really wrong. So like, that's all
that's
on
what
me.
I'm saying. That's what I'm like. That's really. So that's what I'm saying. That's totally what I'm saying. Is the meek shall inherit the earth thing as wrong as Jordan Peterson thing?
Well, that is the Jordan Peterson thing, but is the other one?
Yeah,
the other one. Here's the
don't
thing.
take the Lord's name in vain.
We'd have to get.
I'm looking for a yes. I'm looking for a yes, no question. I'm looking for a yes.
That's an opinion of mine. That's as wrong as the fucking goddamn raid in fucking the middle of the ocean, like Middle Earth.
It wasn't proposed. It didn't sound like it was an opinion. That sounds like it sounded like it was like.
I think you just liked it so much now that you're afraid we can't pin it back to anything but the stoner. But like, I don't think we need to make it the 20 minutes of the podcast about that because this has been.
Okay, sorry. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Trying to gently push it.
Okay. Stop yelling.
Well,
dude, get back in the car.
that time it was you.
I know. I was yelling. Yelling. Well, it's like some of the stuff I've started.
It's offensive.
Okay,
I know.
So this is like started seeping into my natural conversation with people.
I know.
And I'll start talking about the Bible. I'm like, well, did you know this? And it's like, I don't want to be full of shit. I'm sorry. I don't want to be more full of shit.
Dude, that's why I brought it up right away. Because it's like, here's one thing too, is every scholar you're going to listen to, almost all of them have a belief, have a faith. And therefore that taints their, it puts a lens through what they're saying. Yeah, because it is kind of usually stinky. And like, again, I like the psychological angle of Peterson shit, but like that wasn't even invented back then. So I don't know.
Okay. All right, I'm going to stop yelling and I'm going to start reading the Bible.
And what can you give me the verse? Because
days of judgment, blessed, spoke to him, remembered his greatness. I'm going to start right around the verse 3. In the latter days of the spectre judgment and presence turning forever. Yeah, found the Lord's glory, the eternal King. 4. And in the days of their judgment, they will bless him for his mercy, according to which he has assigned to them their lot. Then I blessed the Lord of glory and spoke to him. What? Then I blessed the Lord of glory and spoke to him and remembered his greatness as it is fitting. Chapter 28. And from here I went towards the east, into the midst of the mountains of the desert, and saw only a plain. But it was filled with trees of this seed, and water dropped down over it from above. It was seen that the water which it sucked up was strong, as towards the north, so towards the west. And as in all places, so water and dew also ascended from here. And I went to another place, away from the desert, approaching the east of the mountains. And there I saw trees of judgment, especially those that emitted the fragrance of frankincense and myrrh. Whoa. And they were not like ordinary trees, apparently. And over the eastern mountains, not far off, I saw another place, valleys with water that does not dry up. And I saw a beautiful tree, and its fragrance was like that of a mastic. And along the edge of these valleys I saw fragrant cinnamon, and I advanced over these towards the east. And I saw another mountain in which were trees from which water flowed, and it followed like nectar, which is called Sarira and Galbanum.
This sure sounds, never mind.
Yeah.
Sodom and Gomorrah, I don't know.
And over this mountain I saw another mountain on which were aloe trees, and these trees were full of hard substance like almonds. And in taking that fruit, it was better than all the odors. After these odors, I looked towards the north, over the mountains. I saw 7 mountains full of pleasant nard, and fragrant trees, and cinnamon and pepper. And from here I went over the summits of those mountains, far towards the east, and passed from far above the Erythraean Sea, and went far from it, and passed over the angel Zutail. And I came into the garden of justice, and I saw the mingled diversity of those trees. Many and large trees were planted there, of attractive beauty, and large and beautiful and magnificent. And also the trees of wisdom. Eating of it, one learns great wisdom. It is like the carob tree, and its fruit is like the grape, very good. The fragrance of this tree goes out and is spread far. And I said, this tree is beautiful. How beautiful and pleasant to look at. Then the holy angel, Raphael, came back. He's the patron saint of roofing, who was with me.
Oh no!
Answer and said to me, this is the tree of wisdom from which thy old father and thy aged mother, who were before thee, ate.
Whoa!
And they learned wisdom, and their eyes were opened, and they learned that they were naked and were driven out of the garden.
Jesus.
And from here, it's funny that it's like, oh yeah, you're in the Garden of Eden. No big deal.
Dude.
Let's move along. And from here I went to the ends of the earth and saw the great animals there, and one differed from the other, and the birds differed as to their appearance, their beauty, and voices. One differed from the other. And to the east of these animals I saw the ends of the earth, where the heavens rest, and the portals of the heavens open. The portals, you say?
Wait a second.
Yeah, baby. And I saw where the stars come out from heaven, and I counted the portals of which they come, and I wrote down all their outlets, each one according to their number and their names and connections and their positions and their times and their months, as the angel Uriel, who was with me, showed them to me. He showed all things to me and wrote them down for me. Also their names he wrote for me, and their laws and their deeds. The portals? Those are all the portals.
The stars?
No, it doesn't say stars, does it?
No, but it just seems like it towards the end there.
And I saw where the stars come out from heaven, and I counted the portals. Counted the portals out of which they come. And I wrote down all of their outlets, each one according to their number and their name. Wow, that's crazy.
I wish we could like look up
portals,
the original language. Yeah, right. Like, cause that's fucking.
And from here, I went towards the north, to the ends of the earth, and there I saw a great and magnificent wonder. At the ends of the whole earth, there I saw 3 portals of heaven open in the heavens. There I saw 3 portals of heaven open in the heavens. From each of them proceed north winds. When one of them blows, there is cold, hail, frost, snow, dew, and rain. And out of one of the portals it blows for good. But when it blows from the 2 other portals, it blows with power, and there is misfortune upon the earth, and they blow with great power. Oh, it's fucking rad.
Dude.
And from here I went towards the west to the ends of the earth, and saw there 3 open portals, as I had seen in the east, similar portals and similar outlets.
Holy shit.
And from here I went towards the south, to the ends of the earth, and there I saw 3 open portals of heaven. Out of them came the south wind, and dew and rain and wind. And from here I went towards the east, to the ends of the heavens, and there I saw the 3 portals of heaven open towards the east, and over them small portals. Through each one of these small portals the stars of heavens come and go every evening on the path which is shown to them. As I looked, I blessed, and thus each time I blessed the Lord of glory, who had made the great and glorious wonders, to show the greatness of his work to the angels and to the souls of men, that they might praise his work, and that all his creatures might see the work of his might and praise the great work of his hand, and bless him to eternity. Portals, you say?
Portals. I'm still here. I'm looking it up, but
yeah, I don't think you're going to find portals, brother.
It's obviously because this book is not very popular
You
But
keep saying that, but I think it was. I mean, I think there's equally as much chance that it was left out as that it was like popularized
yeah.
out.
Well, but
You know.
that doesn't make Christians not the most uptight assholes ever that are not included over the years. That's so like it doesn't have the same resources as the 66 books that are in the Bible. So I'm like trying to find anything.
Does guys like Kevin, do they study the uncanonized?
I'm not sure. I have never. It was always considered very bad to me.
Dude, how hilarious is that? Like It's like, oh no, only the ones we say. That's the part where that's why I'm like, well, listen to this shit, man. It's like it's got too much information. And regardless if it's literal or spiritual or like it's a it's like whatever it is, there's a lot there. There's way more than you get in Genesis or it's like
maybe that's it.
And it's way too much for one dude to be conveying. Moses didn't convey this much shit. Moses didn't spend this much time hanging out with angels.
Well, and like, fuck, man, right?
I wonder if maybe Enoch was like a fucking total like narcissist, and he was just like, you know what, I know everything.
Well, he didn't write the book, obviously, unless he came back from heaven or from the portal. I mean, I don't know. I might want to retract my last sentence.
I mean, how do you know? Well, it could be. I mean, it could be he could be fucking sitting next to a burning acacia bush for 2 weeks and just, Have you seen that? Have you seen that they're doing DMT trials where they, instead of smoking it, they'll do a drip and they'll keep you in that state for like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's essentially what ayahuasca does.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca has this thing that goes in your gut.
Yeah.
And allows you to absorb it, so it lasts for 6 hours.
Yeah, it's processes for longer. Yeah, that's the part.
Yeah. But see, why not when you can do it for 6 minutes and go meet God, come back, have a cigarette?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm good at that. Hey, you know where Carbonado is?
Yeah, it's right by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right down there.
Johnny Wright, the singer for New American Shame.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's where he lives.
Well, maybe we come down to a podcast in Buckley, huh? That's right down the road.
Yeah. He was talking about those bars that you were talking about. They go there and they have a couple stupid. They have like a mini bike Thursday where they get on their mini bikes and drive from that place to the one out. What's the other town that's out there? Like Wilmington? Wilkeson, yeah.
Wilkeson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't.
He's like halfway in between.
It's beautiful. There ain't nothing out there. That's real shit.
He's got like 11 acres.
Yeah, it's gorgeous too, right? You can see that you can drive up. You're really close to Rainier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's definitely no warning sirens. There's no mailman. Like that's outside of town by quite a bit.
There's no mailman?
There's no mailman even when we're in the bigger town, which is smaller than anything else around. But still,
you're talking about Wilkerson or Carbonado or what?
In the Buckleys, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's no mailman there.
Mailman in the Buckleys?
Not enough people.
And Carbonado is smaller than Buckley?
Oh yeah.
And Wilkerson
is like fucking just a couple blocks.
Like 8 people.
Well, it's more like probably like maybe 57, 100, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Spread out.
Crazy.
Dude, but it's like, yeah, you can just drive up this. You just keep going. If you just drive through Wilkeson and keep going, eventually you can go right up this logging road, and you have some of the most beautiful views of Mount Rainier ever. And you can see Bellevue in Seattle.
I want to do that. I want to do that in the Bronco.
Yeah. It's when I'm actually coming up there too. So,
is Buckley outside Puyallup?
No, it's like past Bonnie Lake.
Where's Bonnie Lake?
So Puyallup, like Sumner, Puyallup area.
I know Puyallup.
There you go. Puyallup's a little farther south though, so like that's the next exit ish. So you can get there from there, but if you went towards the mountain, when you hit Puyallup, you'd run through Buckley. Like
when do you go? When do you have to go east? Because like Puyallup is like where the mall is, and then there's like at the
Sumner
end of
Buckley Highway.
It's like the airport down to the end.
Mm-mm.
There's an airport down at whatever that Meridian is. That the
Oh yeah, that's the main track. No, you want to get off in Sumner. If you head towards Bonnie Lake, so if you're going down 167,
Yep.
and then you like pass, you see what is it? There's like, well, anyway, you go towards Bonnie Lake, and then the road, which is Buckley Sumner Highway, I believe. Fuck.
Right.
No, it's another interstate. I can't remember. 169 maybe. 169. You take that through Bonnie Lake all the way up the hill. Has one of the coolest views in the mountain there is, because you come up the hill and it's just like boom.
Right.
The first thing you see is it's like aligned with the mountain, so it's like
I gotta check that out.
pretty close to that old Rainier bike commercial with the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know a guy who lives right on that corner. That's apparently it's all built up now, right?
Nah, not really.
He was saying it's like there's that. Well, that was a field before, and now it's like all houses.
I haven't been that way. That's like the back roads. It's between Buckley and Bonnie Lake there. But yeah, it's right there, and there's a great weed shop. There's a great bar. We would have too much fun at. It's
maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
I know. Yeah. Wait, how long have you been dry though?
What's today? I've been 18 days.
Dude, that's crazy.
Don't miss it yet.
Oh, and yeah. Well, see, I don't know. For me now, I have drinks every once in a while. You know,
I'm not saying I'm gonna be sober. I'm just like I got bored with it. I'm like,
exactly.
It's just a record I listen to too much. I'm taking the record off. I'm gonna listen to a different record for a while.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe I'll never put the record on again, but maybe I will. I had some good times with that record. Had some good times listening to those songs.
Great times. The best.
And it's hard to wrap my head around that I'll never want to play that record again. You know what I mean? It's like I love those songs.
Yeah.
Like, how am I never going to listen to 2112 again? You know, it's like it's like, well, I know it's a little weird. Not everybody likes it, but yeah.
Well, because you're growing and it might not serve you anymore. That's what it was for me. Yeah, and luckily there's other shit.
Well, that's the wig of the weird, like the in between, where it's like, well, I don't know if I'm not drinking, but I'm not drinking right now. And like we went out to Mexican food last night, and I didn't have a margarita. And it's like, well, all right. It's like Katie had a margarita, and it's like I wasn't even. But the thing is so weird. It's like I wasn't even like, God, I wish I was having a margarita. It's like I'm just like, it's weird.
Well, it starts having such diminishing returns. Like when I drink, my face gets like so swollen instantly the next day. It's like, but like, I think there's a time and a place. That's what, and for me, it's like usually when I go out to my brother's bar every 6 months, I'll have some drinks, I don't get fucking wasted like I used to though. I won't get like shit faced. I don't trust that Leif.
I mean, I don't know. It's a weird.
Leif likes adventure.
Yeah, he's randy.
He wants to go river raft in the middle of the night.
All right, without the raft. Okay, fuck the raft. Let's do this. We'll figure it out in the morning.
I remember this. So there was this one time you were inviting me out to the gorge to see the new GNR. And I really wish I would have gone, but I also knew if I stopped at this Ellensburg rodeo that I'd get my old gig back. Because I was in a place where I could do it again, like live-wise. So I just stopped by to see this old band I used to play with, this country band I love. And they were playing a private party at the Ellensburg rodeo. And the band and the lead singer had drinking more, like the lead singer himself had drinking a whole bottle of Jack, Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. And so I showed up when that bottle was like right about there, you know what I'm saying? And then by the time the bottle got to the fucking dry, like there was cowboys on stage with him and he just was praying a lot. Like he just kept praying. Like it was, I'm not going to say it wasn't a rocking show. It was a fucking badass rock show.
Right.
But like I missed
the Lord compels me. The Spirit of the Lord compels me.
Fun nights with that fucking song, with that album, like you said. But like, doesn't do the same thing. Staying sober too later on playing, I would realize that like later on in the set how bad we would be in certain bands I was playing for because we were wasted.
That sucks. Oh. Well, if you're wasted on stage,
no, I was sober and they, but our ritual was to get wasted. Obviously,
right. Like in general though, if you're wasted on stage. I mean, unless everybody in the crowd is really young and wasted, you know what I mean? Like you don't see a lot of guys who have made it through with like a repertoire that they can play in front of people doing it wasted.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
no.
It's a young man's.
Well, it's funny too, because that's when rap like picked that up, you know, like rock and roll was like, we're tired. We need to put on these trainers. We're going to start wearing comfortable shoes with my rock jeans, you know, like waking up at fucking 4 a.m. eating quinoa. And the rappers were like, yoink, I'm going to take that party shit. They fucking like, now they're rock stars. Now they're the ones that stay up all night fucking drinking, fucking smoking, partying.
Are they?
Oh, yes.
All of them?
It's
like as a rule?
It's the whole deal, yeah.
It's the whole deal.
I think, well, not the whole deal. I don't know. Run the Jewels. I mean, the hip hop I'm into, I don't think I'm a connoisseur. I just have these weird bands that I like. So I don't think I could speak on it. But I definitely think, do you follow World Star hip hop?
I don't follow anybody. I don't even follow us.
Us. I think that's
you and
fucking cool.
You and I is about as close to following something as I get. I don't even care. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, I have to use that shit for us. Yeah. It's stupid. Yeah. But I have, and I do follow World Star. Yeah.
That's cool. No,
that's what they do. They drink. They
party,
like the
idea.
Smoke, they do drugs.
I like the idea of being inspired by people. I just, in practice, it just hasn't. I don't know if that ship sailed or.
Are you talking about following people? You mean?
I'm just talking about being inspired by people, or like, you know, enjoying, you know, like inspiration that way. Like I used to when I was little, or when I was younger. When I was little. You know, when I don't know, like I used to follow everybody, and now it's just like we have a show tomorrow, and today. About an hour before I was talking to you, or actually when I was waiting during the, you know, like 10 to 10:30 when we were trying to get online, that's when I sent out I just shared, I invited people from the Slims website without even a little blurb that I was, which band I was in, of a band that hasn't played in 6 years. And I sent it to maybe 25 people, and that's all I've done.
But see, I think that's our business model, because we just put things out that are good as best we can. You want to hear something hilarious?
Okay.
Mom's been here for the whole podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm gonna introduce her to the fucking ocean soon.
I totally thought we had a coffee sponsor.
Oh, we should get that though.
Get a coffee sponsor. Yeah.
Man, you know, to be honest, I've been just working on studying these Bibles. You know, I'm gonna start posting all these books I've been reading, because some of them are goddamn fascinating.
Yeah.
But it's there's something that I want to make clear.
Sorry.
Not as fascinating as Enoch. I cannot tell you what any of this means. And anytime something goes like, yeah, if it's leaning towards that, like defining the meaning of this, that is not real. And if anyone does that to you, that is not real. They can tell you when it was written, right?
That one got stuck in your craw, didn't it?
Well, no, because I fucked up big, and this is how we fix this forever. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's triple fact checking.
Blanket disclaimer. Fuck you. Do your own homework.
No one is smart enough to fucking really understand this book. Definitely, maybe they are, but definitely no one's smart enough to understand whatever the idea of fucking God is.
We're not scholars. We're just reading a fucking book. We're trying to get to smoking some weed. Yeah.
I might read. I think I read as much as a scholar, but I'm a fucking Christian homeschooler. That's always high. So, but. Like, yeah, that's because it's going to come up again and again and again and again, and I'll be going on something.
Not for me. It never.
Okay, cool, because it's always just riffing.
It was just early. It was early, and I was in my formative years. It was like one of the first few episodes, and we're like, oh, shit, that's amazing. Really? Yeah, God damn it. Fuck you, God. Ha, ha, ha.
We passed our year mark. We didn't even do anything about it. August.
Man.
We just kept trucking along. I didn't even. Well, it's fucking.
Plowed right through.
No, actually, to be honest, that's when everything started picking up online. So that makes sense. I was just like,
Weren't we? Summer was sort of hard for us. It was not an easy. We had a couple. What
yeah,
happened? I fucked up a bunch of them.
You had a show, and which is life. We'll figure that out for this summer too. I want to take time off. I gotta get fresh. You know, I've been, like I said, I've been just constantly going through the New Testament now to figure out, because I don't want to miss any of these weird spots, and it's so fucked, dude.
What's weird spots?
Well, so the books that we're going to get into, which luckily Enoch's longer, so I have some more time, tell stories of Jesus. And when people read them, they read them Matthew, then they read Mark, then they read Luke, then they read John. Now, the stories are so fucking similar that if you read them that way, they seem to harmonize really well. Not only that, they've also been harmonized over time a little bit together through certain words. Right. So as we read them, I found this website, and I found a book, but it was like $150, like I said. So I don't know if I want to drop $300 for us.
Oh, and it's written that way?
It's written horizontally.
Yeah.
So it puts all of the stories next to each other, so you can read one, and that's how we're going to So on top of that, I'm basically fact checking 4 different books of the Bible right now, trying to make sure I don't, because sometimes like in Genesis and Exodus, when we went through those, I missed some really cool shit.
What do you mean missed?
Like the whole sacrificing to the firstborn kids to Yahweh.
Like, what about it? We read that.
Yeah, but that's like more real than I knew. There's like, and I just kind of, in my mind, I always fundamentalist have ways of explaining that out, so I forgot how.
Oh, so you kind of glossed over it mentally and in your participation,
and I missed it. Yeah, and I missed it. So
and you want to like highlight that shit and make sure that doesn't. Yeah, I got you.
It's a beautiful thing, because also too,
killing firstborns, I think it's a beautiful thing too, man.
Beautiful thing. They're fucking annoying,
dude. They wail. I mean, and you get yourself a colicky one, that fucking will drive a person fucking batty.
Don't shake a baby.
Well, the problem is you can shake a baby, and I think this is exactly what we said.
Yeah.
We had this conversation. You can shake the shit out of baby. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. Certainly, that baby's not gonna stick up for itself, little fucking dick,
dude.
What? Luckily, Cole was born 4'11", so I couldn't shake him, or I'd have shook the shit out of him.
He was like, his voice was already like sub octaves. Crosby looked like a little cherub. He had like, and he would every morning would boot my nose.
Oh,
yeah, it was and the most horrible thing, single parent land, working at a bar and gigging. Oh, so like I'd get home at like 2 to 5 in the morning, from working like 20 hours, and he always slept in my bed with me. So I'd like get in there and fall just right when I fall asleep, and then I would feel it, boop, just right on my desk, and I look at there's like these eyes, these blue eyes, like
blink, blink.
Blink, blink. Every morning.
Fuck up!
It's time to play.
Hey.
We are watching Mickey Mouse Playhouse.
Turn the fucking stove on. Yeah.
Well, like, I feel like I'm kind of shocked. I feel like I don't know how to describe how I'm feeling about
Enoch,
right? How many other books that weren't included in the Bible are this fucking badass? Like,
we're gonna find out.
I would read Enoch like again and again and again.
Dude,
like
I want to know if scholars study that, God, Kevin, he spelled it all out. We're not going to get more from scholars.
Yeah,
Kevin. Well, we're not going to get answers. You know what I mean?
You can get answers, you just might not like them, and they will grow. It's a science, right? So like, here's the thing: we're gonna find another tomb sometime in the future. It's gonna have something that's tomb.
But I'm talking about right now. But Kevin's point. Yeah. Kevin's point was that there are no definitives. Nobody knows. That's why it's faith. You know what I mean? They it's like, so nobody can say. I can't say, dude, what are the flaming pictures that look like screens?
Or the portals we just experienced?
What are the fucking portals? you know, and nobody can tell you. There aren't. It's not like Kevin can say, "Oh, well, they decided those are this." It's like a Christian would tell you that. Oh, that's this. But an educated person who studies these is not going to give you anything definitive other than I don't know.
He can tell you, like Dan would be like, "This is the way they used the word portal during this time," and then some, like they can give you,
which would be awesome.
But again, yeah, that's what I think is so disingenuous about the church experience is like, a lot of these pastors learn in seminary this stuff that the Bible, as it's been translated, does contain spelling errors, contextual errors, and slightly contradicts itself throughout parts of it happens. But why don't they tell their fucking congregation that?
Yeah, and also the part where they're saying things as fact. Like there are almost no facts in this book. Not provable. Like even
Pontius Pilate seemed to be a real governor. You can prove some of these historical and like
there are like
the times and places are
there are street posts that are like, okay, well that was a real thing or whatever. But it's like but these people cherry picking stuff like when your guys like picking people apart, it's like you're just taking things, out of different pies and sticking them together and calling them pudding. It's like you can't make things out of this. It's fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit. Sorry.
Dude, wait till we read them horizontally, dude, because I've been having some weirdness. Well, my notes are just they're too much already because it's like don't
overwhelm yourself.
Oh no, I already did, and I stopped. No, we're good. I'm not even gonna say anything. I just I'm putting stars by each verse so I don't forget as we go through.
Tell me what the name of the books are that
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Tell me the name of the book that you found that reads them horizontally.
I haven't. I found a website that's kind of fun, but what I'm doing.
You said they were $150 each. What was that?
Oh, I'll look through my Amazon history. I'll send you.
Okay.
But the website I found is kind of fun because you can pull up and down on each column of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they have like a column here and it has Matthew, and then a column next to it has Mark, and then a column next to it has Luke, and then John. So you can pull up and find like John the Baptist. You can find all the stories in each of them and read them horizontally.
Oh, cool.
That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, nice. But I think we could save it for the podcast. So if you want to, I'm doing the legwork, so you don't have to.
So you don't have to. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes to wrap up a lot of this stuff. You can take it any way you want, and faith is a beautiful thing. But so many people's faith, I think, and we think, has been hijacked by these fucking gatekeepers that are just trying to make money off of it, and so they've drawn these, unfortunately, wrong conclusions that were more of like a methods of continuing power throughout the years.
Totally, they have a vested interest in you
showing up,
coming to them for the like. Well, that's what they do. Like they take this, like, well, you don't have it quite right. Let me tell you what it says and why. And it's well, no.
To be honest, I got nothing wrong with that, but they've just got a track record of lying, and so now it's like any other institution that does this. It's like
and lying. And I mean, when they say this is what the Lord meant, the Lord says in Matthew 14, it's like, no, the Lord fucking didn't say shit. Sorry.
No, it's rough, man.
It's hurtful. It's hurtful.
It's beyond.
I'm super down with people being spiritual and people having faith and people like living the golden rule.
Yes.
But like the more I talk about organized religion, the more it just like crunches my soul.
And I think we're all there. I think there's really good people in congregations, and I think there's really a mix.
Yep.
But I think it's time. Have you seen like the graphs of how much people are not going to church anymore? It's like dropped by 49% or something.
Well, that spiritual but not religious is like the biggest religious group on the planet now.
Well, and motherfucker. Before we leave, can you open up TikTok and type in "hate pastor"? Because I'm not going to be able to get it to you for some reason. And I know this is a sour note to end it on, but just because this is like the extreme version of the people I came from. And conversations like this in like laughter and shit, I have listened to people.
Laughter?
Like, well, a lot of the people that I've heard say the worst shit were like kind of nice, like, ha 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 ha, salesman type people, you know? I just want you to, like, sometimes I have visceral reactions to stuff, and it's because of people like this. And that's fucking more real than people want to think about. That's a large number.
Yeah.
It's crazy what he says. And he uses the Bible. He'll like quote scripture. He opens up the Bible, says where it says these people should be killed, takes it out of context. Like,
all right.
Blah,
So
blah, blah.
I want to go on record as saying that I'm not saying that all of the organized religious, all of the people who are, use organized religion as their job or as their vocation are pedophilia loving tiny dicks like that guy. I'm just saying that as a rule, they're trying to get in between people's spirituality and the afterlife, where the divinity that everybody naturally has, they're trying to get in between that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that all the pastors on the planet are jagoffs like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying that I don't appreciate their business model. That's what I'm saying.
It's not sustainable.
No, it's entirely sustainable.
Not
That's
anymore.
The problem. Well,
this is all pre-internet, brother. This is all new for us.
Right, yeah.
That's why this is the first of the Exodus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, how fucking funny would it be if, like, in the future, people are quoting this kind of shit as, like, some type of, like, because, like, this is a psychedelic revolution, economic revolution, which scares me. I don't want to happen. I don't want it to happen.
You don't want what to happen?
Oh, sorry, my hip's fucking popping out of socket.
I know.
Oh, I don't want fucking.
Stand up again here, so.
Well, we should just say goodbye to everyone.
Okay.
Point being is, spiritually speaking, like, people need a home. We need to be able to talk about this shit. Have some objectivity, and be kind and build good things for our societies.
Inside the circle.
Is that our new?
I don't know what it is.
That's the Illuminati, right?
I thought that was the Sammy Hagar.
Oh.
It's the Red Rocker. It's the speeding ticket. I don't know. We really appreciate everybody listening, though, don't we?
Yeah, fuck yeah, especially overseas.
Yeah.
All right. Love you all.
Love you all. All right. Cheers.